Why did I do this? Yes, you read the title correctly. I beat Pokemon Red only using Onix. And here were the rules. I can only use Onix in battle, and that's it. The only Pokemon I could ever attack with was Onix. Now, for those of you who don't know, Onix, it's a good candidate for one of the worst Pokemon ever made. Some people say Sunkern is worse, but I gotta say, at least Sunkern gets some usable moves, whereas Onix is a failure. You usually get Onix late game. It has terrible moves, and it has even worse stats. Its attack stat is lower than Oddish. Yeah. So, obviously this was, a struggle, and, I almost died several times. But, no more beating around the bush. Here's how it went. So I start up the game. I name myself Onix, but like the rock. Onix. Whatever. You little kids wouldn't get it. And I name my rival Fart, because he smells me later. Whoever smelt it dealt it, my guy. Anyway, we pick our starters, and I actually replaced Bulbasaur with Onix. And here's why. Onix is so bad that I'm going to need every single advantage I could get. And having a rival who has super effective moves to me would mean that I would probably need to grind up to level 100. And since I'm not about that life, I chose Onix and moved on with my life. So I go through the early game and I notice how, this challenge kind of made the early game weird in a way. It made it easier because everyone has normal type moves in the beginning, but it wasn't necessarily fun, you know what I mean? Because, everything was not very effective, and sure I had Screech, but it also took me, 2 hits to take out a level 3 Caterpie at, level 7. And yeah, you can now see why the whole attack stat thing is a problem. So we go at Brock, I'm level 13, and I'm good enough for his team. He sends out the Geodude. I Screech to make his defenses super low. Every time he defends curls, he puts his defense up by 1, but Screech lowers it by 5. So every time he brings it up by 1, I bring it back down, even lower. So yeah, that's how Geodude died. Now this Onix was probably the closest thing to any fun I had during this challenge, because every time it would bite, it would give me time to Screech and lower his defenses, so I could hammer away at him. And it was actually really fun. Resembled playing an actual game, as opposed to doing challenge runs for views. Please subscribe, by the way. Anyway, so we move on. We beat up mostly everyone else. I decide to skip a lot of the Mount Moon trainers for reasons I'll get into later. So, yeah. We go to Cerulean City. I fight the rival. I destroy him. We beat Nugget Ridge, we sell that nugget, and we buy some potions. Oh yeah, by the way, I caught a Spearow. They're called Please Like. Follow what the Spearow says, and prosper will come. Anyway, I skipped most of the trainers, and mostly because a lot of them have Oddish and Water types for some reason. So that was fun. We get the SS Ann ticket, and now it's time for Misty, and we lose. Yeah, so any of you who saw the Charmander challenge know how bad Misty was. And Charmander only has a ×2 weakness to water. Onix has a ×4 weakness to water. And at least Charmander has a decent special stat in Gen 1, where Onix's is god-awful. Meaning that even if we weren't 4 times weak to it, we'd probably still die to a water gun anyway. So, we do something that I like to call DV training. Now, what are DVs? So, in modern Pokemon there are these things called effort value, or EVs. Certain Pokemon give off certain EVs, so say if you grind up against Whismurs, you get HP EVs, so that way when you level up, you get a +5 boost to HP, which can be very good if you're in a pickle. But in Gen 1 and 2, they didn't have EVs, they had DVs. Now, DVs would increase for every single Pokemon you beat in battle. So, if you're following me, you could just over-level yourself, then fight a bunch of weak Pokemon to increase your stats, then level up against a strong Pokemon to get usable stats. And yes, we use this exploit, well, I use this exploit throughout the rest of the run. It's the only way it's possible. But first, I get cut and get Farfetch'd. Why? Because I wanted to beat up Fart again. Now shut up. We don't challenge Lieutenant Surge yet because we can't use Cut outside of battle because we haven't beaten Misty. And now it's round 2. Alright, Misty, let's go. Oh, that's cool. Thanks, Misty. So we go all the way down to Vermillion and we do the worst. I'm just gonna say it. I say this every video. Fuck the Vermillion City puzzle. Like, whose idea was this? Oh, let's just make children like go through trash. It's like a lot of the puzzles in Gen 1 are just there to like waste your time. But anyway, we go over to Lieutenant Surge, we slap him with Dig, and we go on forward. And now we go through the rock tunnel and I white out. And my last save point was all the way back in Cerulean City. Oh god. Which is also the name of my Onix. Why did I name my Onix God? Well, because God is short for God's biggest mistake. So anyway, we get through Rock Tunnel and go through Lavender Town. Just kidding, we beat up Erica. So I was actually wrong about the whole we beat up Erica thing. Because, well, see, here's the thing about critical hits and high crit moves in Gen 1. They always crit, meaning that if Victory Bell ever goes for Razor Leaf turn 1, I'm dead. If she ever goes for Sleep Powder turn 1, I'm dead. So, here's what I did. I did the Pokemon Dojo to level up Onix a bit more, and then I crushed her. And then I went to Lavender Town. And then we do the Pokedoll Glitch. Now, for those of you who don't know, see, the Pokedoll is an item that makes Pokemon instantly flee from battle. Now in Gen 1, I'm assuming some playtesters found this loophole and they never really told it to the programmers. Because if you use the Pokedoll on the Marowak, you never need to go through Giovanni's base. We go through Lavender Town, beat up some people, bada bing, bada boom. We still avoid a lot of the Chandlers though. Why? Because I don't like it. And we beat up Mr. Fuji. We beat him up for the Pokeflu. We didn't rescue him. We were worse. We beat the shit out of him. And then he asked us why. Why were we so evil? And then I cried and said, because God gave me Onix. Anyway, now instead of going to Snorlax, I decide to do Sabrina first. Now you're probably thinking, alright, what the f are you thinking? Psychic types in Gen 1 have ungodly special, and your special is terrible. You will melt. And that's when I say, oh really? See, even though a lot of Gen 1 is an unbalanced mess, something I actually like is that all the usable psychic types, aka the Abra line, I'm sorry Hypno line, you're still good, they're better, have very, very low defense. Meaning that they break to physical attacks. And since my DV training, I have busted physical right now. We go through Sylph Tower, the fastest I ever have, and surprisingly we beat up Fart. Guess we'll smell you later. And then we get Lapras, who I name David. Yeah, that's right, David, the Lapras. So, we go to Giovanni, who greets us as if we've met before. Little does he know, I glitched through reality so that he thought we met us when we really haven't because I'm evil. Anyway, we beat up Giovanni and we get the Master Ball. And after that fiasco, we go through Sabrina's gym and we pummel her with a bunch of body slams. Yeah, they really have terrible defense. Also, yeah, I'm level 50 and her highest is like level 42, so yeah. Then we go to Fuchsia City by avoiding a lot of trainers. And we go beat up Koga, who self-destructs when I dig. You'll love to see it. Also, I forgot to mention, Dig in this game is 100 base power, and because of Stab, it ends up being closer to 150 base power. Yeah, see, a lot of Gen 1 works like you either dominate battles or you lose battles. So, yeah. We go through the Safari Zone, get the Teeth, we get Surf, and we get Strength. Now, you're probably noticing, wait, why do you have all these Pokemon? And to that I say, hey, there wasn't a rule against catching Pokemon, and for once in these runs I thought it would be nice to actually catch Pokemon, because usually I play runs where catching them stresses me out, and it was actually kind of fun. You know, the parts where I'm actually allowed to play actual Pokemon are fun. So, And also, why have 2 HM slaves when you could have 5 HM slaves? So I teach Captain Falcon strength, David strength, and I teach Rhyhorn strength. France is just there being French. And I give David surf and we sail down to Cinnabar Island. And we go through the Pokemon Mansion and get the key thing. And now it's time to fight he's dead. Yeah, I have 2 super effective moves against him. He's dead. Alright, Giovanni time. So, we go through Giovanni's gym, and now it's time to face the leader of Team Rocket. The final gym leader, and he's dead. Yeah, for whatever reason, a lot of his team aren't just ground types, but also rock. And rock is weak to ground, and also he has 2 poison types, which are also weak to ground. And since we have dig, use your brain, Paisano. I mean, the funnest part of the fight was probably trying to outdig his Doug trio, who would dig at the same time as us and would get critical hit super effective on us. That was fun. I like challenges. Anyway, it's time to fight Fart But before we fight Fart, let's do some more DV training, specifically against Mount Moon trainers. And why am I doing this? Simple, because this is the second to last fight against Fart, and well, Gyarados knows Hydro Pump and Execute is annoying, so yeah, that's why we did it. Anyway, time for the fight against Fart. Fart smells so bad and is angry that we keep making fun of him. So, he sends out Pidgeot. We throw rocks on Pidgeot and it dies. He gets angry. He throws out Execute. And then I realized, oh, I have a problem. See, this Execute, none of my moves are super effective to it, and the only thing I could really exploit would be, you know, its grass typing, which I can't. Also, for whatever reason, this Execute knows Solar Beam. Yeah, his Execute knows Solar Beam, but when he becomes champion, his Executor doesn't. Fart, what are you doing, man? There isn't even a move deleter in Gen 1. What did you do to it? Anyway, bada bing, bada boom, bada dead. Most of his team dies. Except for this Gyarados, who's kind of a pain in the ass who has Hydro Pump, but, you know, after a few more tries, we were able to throw rocks on him, and Charizard. Fart cries all the way through the Elite Four. And now, I decide to do something. Instead of going straight through Victory Road, I decide to prepare, because I know the challenges that are ahead of me. In the Lorelei video, essentially, I got destroyed by Lorelei over and over again by Charmander, and I wasn't about to make sure that the same mistake happened again. I went through Cycling Road and beat every trainer. Then I went through the long way through Fuchsia and beat every single trainer, increasing my DVs. Then I also wasted PP on wild Pokemon, you know, just to kill them, and that also helped in the long run. So yeah. Then I flew to Cinnabar Island and took out every wild Pokemon I saw, getting Calciums and Irons who wouldn't boost my stats anymore because I'm too high level. God damn it. Anyway, now it's finally time for Victory Road. And here's where I figure out that Rock is actually super effective against Ice, which I was today years old when I found out that Rock was super effective against Ice. So it's time to fight Lorelei. Also, I got rid of Screech and replaced it with Fissure. Why? Because there's nothing that hurts worse than an anal fissure. So, also, I'm lying. This isn't the first time I tried to fight Lorelei. She beat me up with her Slowbro, and I realized the only way I could get through it is if I had a one-hit KO move. So, after a few tries, I'm able to get through Lorelei. And Bruno sends out his Onix. I laugh as I realize I could basically break all of his team's bones with just a few digs. Bruno is sad, but I am victorious. Also, I gave his Machamp the Anal Fissure of a Century, and I mean, ain't no Pokemon Center in the world gonna fix that. So we fight Agatha, and we dig through her entire team. Now, Lance is actually difficult, because essentially all of his Pokemon are incredibly bulky, so yeah, and just using Rock Slide isn't going to work on Gyarados and Dragonite, so I actually have to use Body Slam first to try to paralyze them. That strategy seems to work fine enough. And now we get to the champion. It's been a long way, but now we will fight Fart for the final time as the battle starts. He beats me with Gyarados' Hydro Pump. Yeah, he does this over and over again. It's insane. He does this so many times that I just decide to just white out to him. So yeah, defeated. I'd now realized that I used all of my ether moves, all my PP healing moves, against the champion, and I would have to fight the Elite Four again. I just wasn't strong enough. But maybe there was a way I could become stronger. So I went back through the Elite Four, not the Elite Four, I went back through Victory Road, beat every single trainer that I missed. I even found the Bird of Legend, and killed her too. Then I flew all the way to find the other Bird of Legend, Zapdos, with electricity strong enough to strike down a billion lions. I don't know, Limestone. I'm trying to make this seem epic. Anyway, I dig through the power plant, find Zapdos, and kill it. And then I just grind up against the Metapods for a while until my DV boosts kick in. So now, it's round 2 against Lorelei. She's not even going to realize what hit her. So yeah, it takes me a while to actually beat her again. Which was fine. You know, it's not like grinding to level 82 was hard or anything. Anyway, we fight Bruno. Cakewalk. We fight through Agatha again. Cakewalk. And Lance is harder this time because I'm running out of power points. Oh god. I have to get rid of Body Slam for strength. The same strategy I used back in the Charmander video. Simply because I'm running out of PP. With a bit of elbow grease, Lance goes down. Now time for the champion. Blue sends out Pidgeot. I throw rocks on its face. It's dead. Blue sends out Alakazam. I dig. It's dead. Blue sends out Gyarados. I'm faster and throw rocks on it. It's dead. Then Rhydon, who ends up getting a Leer on me. That's right. Badge boosts. If you don't know what badge boosts are, I recommend watching the Charmander video where I go more in depth in it. But yeah, I end up breaking through through his Executor because of my boosted strength. And now Charizard, who I throw rocks on and push once with strength. And I've done it. Fart finally realizes that he was the stinky one all along and thanks us for his journey. And now here's the team that defeated the Elite Four twice. Level 85 God. God damn it. Level 3 Ducks. Yes, Farfetch'd is the best Pokemon. Level 30 Captain Falcon. Falcon Punch. Level 15 David. Yes. The entire nation of France. And of course, Horny, the strength user. Thank you for watching. And if you liked this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know the drill by now. If you want me to do more Pokemon challenge videos, I'm thinking about doing an Emerald challenge where I can't catch any Pokemon, you know, or just recommend, like, ask me what challenge to do next. In fact, this very challenge was someone asked me to do over Discord, so yeah. If you at all enjoy these sorts of videos, I'm happy to keep making them, but you know, you guys kind of need to suggest what I need to do. Anyway, I beat the game with Onix. It's probably I'm gonna need some time to recover before the next video, because good lord, I never want to see this poop snake ever again. Okay, bye-bye.